If I was confused while reading Neville Goddard, this is what I would do. And actually, now that I think about it, let me just say when I was confused reading Neville Goddard, this is what I did. When I first started my journey, Neville Goddard was like speaking in a different language. I was unable to even figure out what it was that he was trying to say, and I was so confused because I would read it and just be like these words mean nothing to me. I remember I bought Feeling is a Secret, thinking, wow, this is going to truly change my life. I had seen other people talking about it, and I thought, this is the key. This is what I need to focus on. Once I get this, I will understand all of this. So let me back up really quick. I started my journey with learning about The Secret. I watched the documentary and was like, holy cow, this makes so much sense. I'm going to incorporate this into my life. Started buying books, got into the vortex and vibrations, but just wasn't able to quite figure out how to get this to work in my life. I stumbled onto Neville Goddard and felt like he resonated a lot more with me than some other teachers, at least back then. Started in my journey, and like I said at first was like, I'm trying to get this, but I'm just not. And listening to other people talk about what he had to share online made a lot of sense, but I also wasn't figuring out how to incorporate it into my own life. So when I was confused reading his stuff, what I decided to do was try to find an audio version of it. And it's funny because if I look back on it now, I desperately, yeah, I would use the word desperately, wanted to understand his content. And I don't really know why, but there was something about it. I was like, I really, really want to understand this. So I kept going back to it and kept going back to it. And the best part was is that the more that I did, the more these opportunities for me to learn more about it continued to pop up for me. And kind of funny that that's the way it works because that's the way all of this works, right? So what I did was I found a website, and I will share how you can find that. It'll be down below. But there was a website that not only had the chapters listed so that you could read them for free for each single one of his books, but it also read it in an audio form, and I just absolutely loved it. I thought it was fantastic. And so I would listen to a chapter, read a chapter, and then listen to it again. And it completely opened up my understanding of what he was saying. There was something about hearing it and reading it that just started to connect the dots. So, if I was confused while reading Neville Goddard, like if I went back to those times, I would read, listen, read. And there's actually studies that show that doing this by reading something and listening to it, you're more likely to comprehend and be able to remember the content that you listened to and read. So, hope that helps. If you like content like this, you're definitely interested in Neville Goddard, pairing woo woo with the scientific kind of things that you can change your own habits and change your life truly by working on your mindset and working on your habits. Make sure that you subscribe because that is definitely the kind of content I will be sharing here. Talk soon.